Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a like for the algorithm. That does help the channel grow. These are my quick thoughts of A24's Talk to Me film. This was directed by Danny and Michael Filippo, and it was starring Sophie Wilde, Alexandra Jensen, Joe Bird, and of course Miranda Otto, who we all know from her from Lord of the Rings. And this was a $4 million budget film with a 95 Rotten Tomato score. I gotta give it to these guys as first time directors, and these guys are YouTubers, popular YouTubers. It was very interesting to see what they would do with this film, and they did a pretty damn good job in my opinion. This movie definitely had some creativity. Now the beginning of the film kind of was boring me a little, but when things got interesting, it started to pick up, and I started to get invested in this film. And man, I mean, I gotta get them kudos on the creativity of this hand, them conjuring up supernatural beings, them kind of playing off like Riley was the main target, but we all knew that. Well, I knew that the entity, the spirit, really wanted Mia, and it definitely played it off like Riley was the main target. I think it was baiting her to do its bidding, which it ultimately did, and they ultimately got what they wanted with the main character, Mia. And I'm just surprised, and I hope we get some more backstory on this hand, where it came from. They did tease it in the film what it could possibly be. These kids, I mean, they were using this thing like it was a drug. I wouldn't even be nowhere near something like this. This is worse than the Ouija board, and they was definitely messing with these kids, especially Mia, because I think it sensed the pain and the despair inside of her after she lost somebody close to her in this film, and it took full advantage of that. And I hope, because we did get news that a sequel film, it will be in the works, and what we saw towards the end of this film, that Mia is stuck. Well, she's not stuck. Her spirit is stuck in this thing. I'm thinking some type of purgatory in the spirit world, where she may play a factor in the second film. Maybe she'll come face to face with this thing that ultimately caused her to lose her life, and it may try to take out somebody else. I don't know if it's even done with Riley. I mean, we don't even know if he's still alive. We saw that he was leaving the hospital. He was cutting in and out through time and space. Maybe is he still alive? Is he still functional? I mean, I think he should have some type of concussion, trauma, whatever, how he was beating his head. But I guess we'll learn that in the second film when it comes around, if Joe Bird and Sophie Wilde will be a part of the second film, and will this vengeful spirit entity also try to take out others. So I love what they did with that. That's definitely creativity that a lot of us been asking for with these horror films and stuff. I wouldn't say I was necessarily scared and frightened in this film. I was more interested in the story and the mythos of this and this hand that they it seems like they're not letting up. They're going to continue playing with this thing, and this entity that's inside of this thing is going to keep on getting what it wants. People doing its bidding, and it's ultimately going to take what they want from the people, in which we saw what happened with Mia. It took advantage of her weakness that she was going through, and I think there'll be more people. Will she be involved in trying to stop this thing in the spirit world? Maybe we'll find out in that second film, but I gotta give these guys credit, them and their team. They probably gonna get a bigger budget for the second film, probably not too much but it's gonna be definitely more than $4 million with that Rotten Tomato score and the audience score and all the above. But really enjoyed it. Hope we see these guys soon. They are tapped to do the Street Fighter live action movie for Lionsgate, if I'm not mistaken, if that was true that I saw with Deadline. So you Street Fighter fans, you should be excited about that. These guys are doing it. But post comments, let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this movie? Do you think it could have been a little bit more horror in it? Are you excited for the sequel? Post comments, let me know what you guys think.